Yo, what's up, peeps? It's Ralph Anthony here, and I want to talk about Andrew Tate, and I want to do a reaction video. This guy's been getting a whole load of social media press. He's funny as hell. He seems to be successful as hell. I feel like someone like me could give you a good little insight into what this guy's really about. I mean, it sounds like he's super successful buying $5 million cars. I don't buy $5 million cars, but I'm pretty successful myself. I'm pretty built. I'm pretty masculine. I get girls. I could probably compete with this guy on a few levels. I mean, I'm not flying private jets and buying $5 million Bugattis. That's fair enough. I'm not quite there yet, but I think I can compete with this guy, and I want to do a reaction because I also think that there's a lot of like young kids watching this guy, and they don't have life experience, so they can't really give you a good viewpoint as to whether this guy is actually a top G or whether he's a fool, because they're going to be like, oh, this guy's so cool, man, he's got the cars and they don't have a clue about life. These 16-year-olds sitting there swiping on TikTok, these fools. So let me give you a insight into what this guy's living like. Let's crack on with this reaction video. I'm excited to get on with this.
Top G, or you can also call me Trigger Dawn. It's another name I just developed. Trigger Dawn. Because I'm that guy. That's Top G. Who's Top G? That's Top G. Oh, I thought his name was Trigger Dawn. Oh, maybe his name is Trigger Dawn. Doesn't matter which one it is. You don't want to mess with Top G Trigger Dawn.
Okay, first of all, this guy is funny. I don't know whether he's being serious or not, but he's funny. I'll give him that. This is some funny shit.
So you can call him whatever you want, but we're going to go with Top Boss for now.
Top Boss? I thought you were Top G and then Trigger Dawn. No, it's Top Boss. This guy is on a mad one. This is funny though. I like this shit.
All I did was pay women. Women worked for me, made $100,000 in a month. I gave her about 25% of that money. She got 25 grand, I got 75 grand. You're sitting there going, that's exploitative. Why'd you give her so little? So little. I'm the genius behind it. I'm the tech. I'm the emotional support. I'm the one who told her what to say and what to do. She's just the face of it all. 25% is a huge margin. When you work in McDonald's, do you get 25% of what you ring up on the till? You get less than 1%. I overpaid them all. I made women millions.
That's a fair point. I mean, if he's put the whole setup for her and he's told her what to say, what to do, then he's ultimately the agency and she's the face of it. So giving her 25% kind of makes sense. I can't disagree with him on that front. I don't think he's exploiting the woman.
Millionaires. I'm a feminist. I'm a good man. I don't take advantage of women.
I think. Saved by the Yellow Jackets.
So we saved the day. The train arrived on time. I got out of the train, I was a little bit tired. I'd been up drinking the night before, but the tree was in the middle. So I gave the tree an expertly timed sidekick, split it in half. You took both pieces, threw them left and the right. Everyone was super impressed. But because I was throwing the kick, I couldn't record on the phone.
I already recorded the guys with the chainsaws.
Fuck you.
Wages. We need the wages. Wages. Wages are wages anyway. Someone has to cook the fries, dumbass. Someone has to fucking flip the burgers, dumbass.
We have 5 and 6-year-olds trying to pretend they're transgender. A 5-year-old doesn't even know his address, doesn't even know his phone number. And you want to tell me this 5-year-old's intelligent enough to work out he's not a dude? He's never even fucked anybody. He's never had a boner. How is this person intelligent and grown up?
That's funny. I don't disagree with that, to be fair. If a 5-year-old's talking about being transgender, listen, at least someone's standing up for this movement. As in, yo, this kid's way too small to be discussing whether he's transgender or not. It's true, he hasn't fucked anyone.
I'm mature enough to make a decision on gender.
Hello? Shut up, kid.
This guy is aggressive as hell, man. He seems like he's got a problem with the world. He's just angry at people, just like an angry guy. You know, he's just coming at people.
If you have a child, the best thing you can do is never ever post about it on social media, because I can absolutely guarantee nobody gives a fuck. I can guarantee you, Jacob just had his first food and he's 2. No one gives a fuck if Jacob lives or dies, let alone eats food. That's the first thing. And taking that into consideration, it's very difficult to explain how much people don't care about an ultrasound. Baby's not even born. Baby's not even finished growing. It's half a deformed baby in a black and white image. No one gives a fuck.
What you're saying is Jacob's crackers, basically.
Jacob's crackers. From now on, next time I see an ultrasound, every ultrasound I see I'm going to take and make it as my own display picture. For zero reason. I'm going to see some other person's ultrasound, if they're a shit kid, I'm going to take it.
mean, this guy's extreme, you know. Like, what do you mean of their shit, kid? Come on, bro. We don't need to get that aggressive over people, you know. I think the reason why he's making a lot of headway is because he is extreme. It's not like he takes the middle ground between anything. He's like, you're shit, kid. You're dumb, kid. You're ultrasound. What is this bullshit? And like some of it, like he was just saying, to a certain extent, is true. No one really cares about like what your baby's up to in the first few steps. Although social media is great for families, you know, your family want to see what the kid's up to, and oh, that's cute. And some people generally like that. But he's just coming in from like a really strong macho way, like we don't give a shit about your kid, stupid bullshit. He's aggressive. He's extreme.
I make up my own display picture and then update my status saying I'm so excited I can't wait, and wait for the hate mail to start from the father or the mother or someone. And just sit there and just pretend I have no idea why they're upset.
On here talking about my producing's bad. You ain't never thrown your debit card at a bitch and bought $17,000 coat because you were drunk and bored. Ever. You ain't ever wore it. Fucked her. You ain't ever split up with her and fucked her friend. You don't know about me. I'm that guy. I'm that guy. I'm the guy you leave in the desert to die, and 2 days later I pull up at your house in a Lambo. In a mink coat.
Trying to get a nut. Now get on out here. Don't touch that coat.
That's why I say to your bitch, don't touch that coat. Touch the dick.
This is madness. This guy is way too gassed up, man. You leave me in the desert and I turn up at your door 2 days later with a Lamborghini. Yo, just take this with a pinch of salt. I mean, this is overly exaggerated content, which I think people are loving because it's so exaggerated. So it gives people something to talk about.
Ask yourself a question. Is this little electric, my little plug? Ooh, let me get my little plug and plug it into my Tesla. Maybe I can get an erection one day. Is this the man you are? Are you a little, my little electric plug?
More gasoline, please.
More gasoline, more dead dinosaurs to put inside of my 6.5 liter V12. Thank you very much. 812 horsepower. Oh, let me get my electricity. No thanks. Dead animals from millions of years ago. Fuel my internal combustion engine. Valves, fire, explosions.
Carbon dioxide, global warming, dead forests, dead trees.
Fuck you, Greta. Little hoe. 100% a hoe, liberal bitch.
So aggressive. So aggressive. This guy's got insane levels of testosterone. I mean, you might call him, like, some people calling him masculine, some people are calling him toxic, some people calling this toxic masculinity. I can see why they're calling it toxic masculinity. It's just aggressive, like super aggressive stuff. Calling Greta Thunberg a hoe, like, come on, you don't need to call her a hoe, you know. Let's have some fair viewpoints. It doesn't seem like this guy's very reasonable. It just seems like he's so aggressive. He's like, oh, your electric car, your carbon footprint. Like, these are big deals to us in the modern world. You know, just because you're driving around in a Ferrari doesn't mean the rest of us don't care about global warming. It's a pretty big deal. I don't think this guy's going to necessarily change the world for the better, but he might make an impact on certain kids who want to change their lives. I'm talking about kids, I'm talking about boys.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're laying on the floor snoring. Why are you sleeping on the floor, Luke?
Well, there's nowhere else to sleep. I can't just sleep outside.
Give me the camera. This is not human existence. This is not fit for a human. You're not a human.
It did fine.
So you slept on the floor all night?
Yeah.
Why didn't you sleep in the bed?
What bed?
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, you're a loser, Luke. You know what? I was curious what this was last night, but I didn't even look.
No, you must wear a mask. You must wear a mask. Bro, you want to fight me over a fucking mask? Come, somebody put a fucking mask on. He shits himself and walks up. Back in the Rari, go fuck the Spanish bitch, conquer their country. That's right, Spaniards. I took her, she's done with. Done. I took your prized possession. She's messed up. Whichever Spanish man gets with her next, he'll be like, why is she always starting arguments with me? Why is she never happy? Because she's dreaming of the night she had with me. She's unhappy with you and you'll never be able to please her. She's widowed forever. It's done. Fuck you, Spain. I might have gone easy on her pussy if it wasn't for that little fucking Pedro motherfucker coming to me trying to tell me to do shit. That's what happened. That's what happened.
All these other dorks on Twitter. Look, I bought a Tesla Model 2. I put a $400. Well, you're fucking geeks. Who the fuck drives a Tesla? There's no man alive in a Tesla I couldn't kick the living fuck out of. I will drag you from your Tesla by your neck in front of your bitch, and you won't do nothing. and I'll get back in my Lamborghini fucking fully spec Evo.
You know, it's interesting because towards the end of that, if you see his facial expression kind of change, I don't know if he's actually putting some of this on, you know, where it's like a bit of an act, but towards the end, he was starting to like break out the act and sort of smile because he was being overly aggressive, right? Like, oh, you're a bitch, and I'll do this and I'll do that. And then towards the end, he was like, the smile kind of came off. So I don't know. It's kind of hard to know whether he's putting some of this on for social media or whether he's just this is genuinely what he's like all day, every day.
I will not have sons who are too busy buying NFTs and saying, oh, I made a little bit of money, and have skinny little arms and go to crypto conventions and be dorks. I will not have nerds as children. I refuse to have a nerd carry the name Tate. If my son is a nerd, one of us has to die, him or me, and I'll challenge him to Mortal Kombat.
Crazy. I mean, this is mad chat, bro. Come on, Andrew, let's be honest. If you're going to reason with human beings here, you have to think about it. The nerds and the dorks are the people that have taken us to where we are in today's world, the technology that they've produced, the scientists, the engineers. These people are nerds. These people are dorks. You think they're sitting there buying Ferraris and trying to look as cool as you are? No, man, they're trying to push society forward by, you know, that you have to, a nerd and a dork's working 16 hours a day with his research paper, and he's going to change your world and he's going to cure cancer. And by the looks of it, Andrew, you're not going to cure cancer, bro. So you got to have some respect for certain people. I think this is a very aggressive way of going about things. If you have a son and he's a nerd and a dork, one of us has to die. Dude, like, it's not very humane, some of this chat. You know, you got to realize that most of these people have brought us to where we are today as a society because they work so damn hard, and they're not sitting there trying to look cool all day long in their big, fancy, fast car and telling everyone they could drag them out of the Tesla and beat the hell out of them.
Jesus Christ.
She's baffled.
Instagram and your family following them on Instagram?
Sorry, I can't hear you. Say again?
Your family. Your sister is following her on Instagram.
Sorry, I didn't hear the question.
You like the noise? Are you a naughty boy? Are you a naughty boy? Okay, stop it.
Okay, he's funny.
Means in English.
No, please.
No? Good. I'll enlighten you. Don't worry about that. Spirit jizz. First, we'll take you to the spirit world. Here. Come on, in the spirit world. Ooh, I'm so deep. Ooh, don't mess with this stuff. It so messes with your mind. Ooh. Jizz fest.
So exaggerated.
Spirit vodka. And again, look at pussy. Show the spirit world. Give you experience you'll never forget. I'm about to meet the devil. Say jizz. Say jizz. Look at the camera and say jizz.
What do you say?
Look at the camera and say jizz. J-I-Z-Z.
Jizz?
Jizz, yeah, say jizz. Jizz?
Jizz?
Jizz.
What is that?
We'll see.
Yeah. Why is he laughing?
He's just pissing with people. He's just messing with people. This guy straight. He's just treating people like fools, man. Like, that's not a very gentlemanly way to deal with a woman. Women are not going to fall in love with someone who is going to speak to you like that. That's just a bit over the top. Like, I mean, the wrong kind of women would like that behavior, where you're telling them, yes, say jizz, shut the hell up, blah, 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 I'm going to treat you like shit, shut up, da, 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 da. I mean, dumb chicks will end up falling for that, but the top girls, the best girls, they don't fall for that kind of behavior, man. They want a guy who's dangerous, a bit mysterious, and he's obviously got a bit of that danger in him, clearly, as you can see, but he's also overly aggressive. You know, the girls also want classy, eloquent, good vibes, doesn't shout and scream and make a big scene everywhere he goes. You know, he's a man, he goes about his way, he's got his purpose, but at the same time, he's also dangerous, he's also masculine. That's also fine.
What do you as a little bitch? You're my Andrew motherfucking Tate. You ain't got button up shit. I'll walk into the fucking...
Yo, here's another thing, yeah? If he's so rich, why doesn't he fix his teeth? Like, his teeth are all over the place. Like, his bottom teeth are all over the place, dude. Like, look at my teeth. My teeth are crisp, baby. Like, why aren't your teeth that good? Oh, is it because you're a fighter? He stopped fighting. Didn't he stop fighting years ago? He's not a world championship boxer anymore. Maybe he is. Maybe I'm wrong about that. I didn't know that. But hey, you can definitely afford to fix your teeth. If you're buying $5 million Bugattis, you might as well fix your teeth, bro. It doesn't take that long. Get some veneers. What's that? $10,000, $20,000? That's nothing. That's an afternoon for you. Fix up your teeth, G. If you're thinking you're a top G, then you should be a top G with nice teeth.
Most premier establishment
you can name with my shirt unbuttoned, so every bitch in there knows I cheat. This is my cheat. Listen, my girls say to me all the time, you leave your top undone, you look like a cheater. Because I am a motherfucking cheater. I'm a cheater and I'm a liar. And I will fuck every bitch in this fucking place. All of y'all. All get fucked. So I leave the top undone. It's like a warning. You know those little frogs that are like toxic colors? That's me. That's what I do. I just walk in. You just know I'm bad news. The guys know I'm bad news. You don't want to fight this guy. The bitch know I'm bad news. Everyone knows I'm just bad news.
That's fair enough. I mean, by the vibe he's giving off, it sounds like he's bad news. It sounds like he's big, tall, strong. You don't want to mess with him. You want to be on the right side of him. But also just being like, I'm a cheater. I'm a liar. Bro, what do you mean you're a cheater? You're a liar. You don't need to tell the world you're a cheater and you're a liar. That doesn't sound very professional. That doesn't sound very James Bond. That doesn't sound very badass. That just sounds that just sounds like overkill. You know, I'm a cheater. Yeah, I cheat. So what? I cheat. Cool. All right, you don't have to say it 10 times in a sentence, right?
When you put a shirt on,
what is this?
Do your little buttons up. Because you don't want anyone to look at you. Don't want to show your fucking shitty ass flabby chest. I'm a G. So do not email me again asking why my shirt's undone. I do what I do because I can do it.
Yo, that's fair enough. To be fair, when I'm rocking around places, my shirt is undone. I like to show my chest, you know. I like to show that I've got a big ass chest. And so that's cool. Like that, I agree with him. It's just the way he puts it across. And he's trying to like make you feel small as a guy, just so that maybe you decide to fix up and buy his course and he might make money from this. And maybe this is a way for him to get super rich, or maybe he's being completely honest. But I unbutton my chest, my shirt when I'm walking around. It's sexy. It's a vibe. Girls check it out. And you're also showing your sign of strength rather than buttoning your shirt to the top, which is not a sexy vibe.
I happen to like, and if you could do what I do, you would do it. But you can't. No more stupid questions. Me walking down the street, like, Tate, how you been? I'm like, fuck you, fuck your mum, get away from me.
From feminist Clara, coming all the way from Swansea. She says, don't you find...
Why is a feminist watching me?
Well, she says the following, she's adjusted to me, she said, David, don't you find Andrew despicable with women?
See, hey, feminist, why are you watching me? You're trying to offend yourself. It's like, why would an antelope go watch a lion eat an antelope and just stand there and just say, that's wrong, shouldn't do that? Like, why? There's nothing good's gonna come of it. The lion, me, isn't gonna give a fuck what you think. So why are you even watching me? A. B, what have I said that's despicable?
Well, they're hoping that you give a fuck, and that's why they're saying that.
I believe that men and women are made to be together. I believe a woman can fuck who she wants. I believe a man can fuck who she wants. I don't think there's anything wrong with a man fucking as many hot girls as he wants to. If he wants to be married and have one girl, good. If he wants to have 100,000 girls and never be married for the rest of his life, good. If a woman wants to go out there and be a prostitute and make her money and fuck guys and be a stripper, good. If a girl wants to be a virgin and meet one guy and marry him, good. I believe everyone should be free to do what they want. So I'm not sexist in any regard. I believe I'm a young man and I don't have to get married if I don't want to, and I'm allowed as many girlfriends as I want to have, and they're allowed to do whatever they want to do. They haven't got to be with me. If they want to be.
Hey, listen, that's fair enough. You know, each to their own these days. He's just saying, this is what I do. You can do what you need to do. Don't come at me and tell me I'm not doing the right thing. That's fair enough. I agree with him on that point. You know, you want to go and have sex with dogs, cows, whatever. Like, do what you want. He's just saying he wants to go. He's going to cheat on girls. If you're cool about that, then you're going to know about it. He's going to tell you straight. So at least he's being honest here. At least he's being straight up.
Be with me, it's their decision. So Clara, get the fuck off my page, because I know you're only watching it because you want me anyway. Let's cut the bullshit. You've been hanging around too many vegans, too many vegetarians, too many pussy ass men. That's why you've grown this stupid ass attitude thinking you're special. Oh, I'm Clara, I'm a feminist. As soon as you say you're a feminist, any man who continues to talk to you is a bitch. If we went on a date and you said I'm a feminist, I would just say, okay, back in a minute. I'd stand up and I'd walk. That'd be the end of our conversation. We'd never talk again. So any man you talk to right now is such a weak version of man. Of course you're a feminist. You don't know what a man is. You don't know what a man is. You've never been around a man. You're around little weak versions of men, and that's why you think you know, oh, I'm a feminist. Women are just as powerful as male. This bollocks. Listen, come hang with a real G. Come hang with a real man. I will defeminize you. Guaranteed within a week, you'll be like, Ross, Tate's smarter than me. He can definitely whoop my ass. He's got more money in the bank, and he can do a ton of things I cannot do. I take it all back. I'm gonna cut my dreadlocks off. I'm gonna start behaving, cooking, cleaning, getting naked when Tate says so. Come.
I'm not sure about that, dude. Going to be hard to convince some of these girls. They're also bad mofos, and they're going to come at you, and they're not going to accept it. So, I mean, good luck turning them around and getting them to cook clean for you. You just said let people be who they want to be. So don't try and change them. So don't try and change these, extreme feminists. These extreme feminists, they're gonna come at you, bro. They are gonna come at you. And if they come at you, then they're gonna put some rape allegations on you. And I guess that's why this guy's got a number of different passports and talks about like going from country to country just in case some shit goes down. Because the way he operates, anything can happen at any time by the sounds of it.
Come hang with me, I'll defeminize you. Fuck you, Clara. Next question.
Inbox from Clara. She says, I'm thinking about applying.
I look forward to it. Clark, you're very welcome. I'll get you a one-way flight. That's a genuine offer. Have you ever watched Best Gore? Best Gore is like all these videos of the terrible things happening in the world. People getting their heads chopped off, or like drug cartels chopping people up with chainsaws, or people getting shot in the face and all that kind of stuff. I watch all these things, and I don't watch them because I'm some kind of sicko. I watch them to try and desensitize myself. Because imagine one day you're sitting in Paris, you're sitting there having a fucking coffee, and terrorists roll through with AKs, and the person next to you has their brains blown out. You're going to stand there and be like, waiting to die like a motherfucker. I'm going to be like, bang, oh, I've seen that before. Okay, boom, boom, duck and dive in, take one terrorist out, next get the AK, go Rambo, take out all the fucking...
Nah, bro. You're not going to be taking a terrorist down and grabbing his AK. You're going to be looking for cover. You're going to duck and cover, because if an AK is firing at you from all angles, you don't know what's going on, you duck. You go into survival mode. I don't know if he's trained as an SAS Marine. He's a fighter, but I don't necessarily know if he's trained as a Marine or as an SBF, Special Boat Service, whatever it might be. But these people are trained for a very long time to know what to do in those situations. So I kind of don't think you're going to do that again. I think you're exaggerating about we're going to do duck and roll and take the terrorist out. No, these people are firing an assault rifle. Like, that is a difficult situation to be in. You duck and cover and make sure you don't die in those instances. And I'm no genius when it comes to this, but that would make common logical sense.
In Pakistan with a G. I don't play games. You're broke! You're fucking poor! If you're a multimillionaire and you're a boring one, you're not a fun one like me, who likes big cigars and big cuties and fast cars. If you're one of the really boring ones and you have all the time in the world because you're rich and you want to cook, sure, waste your time, right? But if you're not a multimillionaire, your time is extremely important as a man, and that needs to be dedicated towards world conquest. There's no need to prepare food. Either order some food, which can be done very cheaply and very healthily. You can get rotisserie chicken and a bag of salad for like $4. Bang, done. Or instruct a female to provide sustenance. Cook. And get back to world conquest. You have better things to do.
No wonder feminists and females are going crazy at this guy. Instruct a female. It's just the vocab that he uses. It's hilarious. No, people are going to get offended by this.
So I'm sitting there, and my friend's cooking his meal, and I start telling him, you're a jackass, you're gonna be poor forever. What do you mean? Because you're cooking. So, well, everyone cooks. Everyone's broke! Doesn't that prove me right? That proves me totally right. I can't think of anything more stupid for a man to do. Everybody, you're broke, you cook, you're a jackass. Oh, you ain't got Lambo? I bet you cook food, don't you, bro? Boom, boom, boom. Some fucking dork takes a bunch of steroids, he's the tough guy. Yeah, but you know what? A real man cooks a real steak. You know, when I cook my steak, I can do it like a real man does. You know what a real man does? A real man gets in the cage. A real man becomes a 4-time kickboxing world champion. A real man has $13 million. A real man has 17 supercars. A real man has a property portfolio. A real man has the police chief of the city he lives in on fucking speed dial. That's what a real man does. A real man doesn't sit in his fucking broke-ass house.
Okay, it sounds like he's got a lot to be ranting and raving about. Money, cars, connections. Cool, fair enough. You're successful, bro. We get that. And congratulations, that's great. That doesn't give you the license to go out there and absolutely decimate people who are poor and who don't have money. But again, it might be a genius marketing ploy to get people to sign up to his services. Maybe.
With his ugly ass wife, cooking steak. That's bullshit.
That's so unnecessary, isn't it? Ugly ass wife. Like, how do you know, bro? Like, I hang around with beautiful girls all the time. Probably just as hot as the girls you hang out with, if not hotter. And probably not as, I don't know, hoish, given that you sit there and cheat on all your girls. So I don't know how much dignity they have. But again, aggressive and hilarious. Let's see what he's got coming next. Every moment is going to be something new with this guy. No wonder he's got so many views.
You think you're a real man because you managed to cook a steak. That is a cop-out. That is the ultimate symbol of failure. If you're gonna say that your credentials for masculinity are putting meat on a fucking stove. Do you know how I cook a steak as a real man? I instruct one of my 7 girlfriends, meat now. Boom, it turns up perfect. Tabasco on the side. Nice glass of ice water. I ain't gonna do shit. That's how a real man cooks a steak.
If you think you're going to find a man with options who's going to genuinely never ever consider those options ever, then he's just a low value dude. That's the reality of the game. The reality of the game is if the guy has choices, he's going to consider those choices. I know it's unfortunate, right?
Of course, if you got choices, you're going to consider those choices, no doubt.
But I'm telling you, a man can be head over heels in love. I can love you with all my heart. I can be ready to die for you, take a bullet for you. But I'll still fuck that bitch.
Yeah.
Straight up, that's true. Can't disagree with that. When it comes to sex for guys, it doesn't mean anything, right? You can be in love with a woman, you can have sex with another girl, and it means nothing. You're not going to go crying back to a woman and be like, oh my God, I can't believe I did this. It's going to be like, it meant nothing. I slept with this other woman. It was just like 2-3 minutes. I was done. Don't care about it. You still love that one person. You still love that woman. It doesn't change how you feel. And I hear him in a lot of other podcasts and videos say like women can't do that because they'll get emotionally attached if they cheat. And that I can actually agree with to a certain extent.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well,
but if Lewis Hamilton got out of his car and like I had to fight him for his car, fucking he's like this tall. Right in the spine. Like crumbling into the ball.
Oh, why? Who the fuck is Lewis Hamilton?
Let me tell you what. Every time I hear about these motherfuckers and who they're dating, it was like Lewis Hamilton. He's dating Nicole Scherzinger. I'm like, do you know how many Miami Heat players and big ass black basketball players the size of you run fold? Fuck that bitch before. You think Lewis Hamilton, the 5'1" vegan, is making any kind of impression? No fucking way! Driving around his little car like a fucking. Hey, go now.
You look like a geek, bro.
He looks like a geek. He's a midget in a car.
Come on, boys. That's disrespectful. You're talking about one of the best Formula One drivers of all time, if not the best Formula One driver of all time. You're either doing this to get publicity, or you're not you're not respecting men the way that you should. Who cares if this guy's short? You're supposed to be short and light and not be heavy if you're driving a Formula One car. What this guy does is very impressive. And the fact that he's sleeping with Nicole Scherzinger, can you boys sleep with Nicole Scherzinger? Don't know, bro. I doubt it. I think she's just going to be overwhelmed by your over-the-top nature. And so credit where credit's due to certain people. You know, fine. We know that you're successful, Andrew, and your brother over here. But at the same time, like, you can't be talking like that about Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton is a legend. This guy is one of the best, if not the best, joint best Formula One driver of all time, along with Michael Schumacher. When you're sitting here throwing hate on him, fine, the Miami Heat players, they've all been through Nicole Scherzinger, but they're the Miami Heat players. They got status. These boys are trying to gain status by talking like this online. Well, those other boys they got the money and the status, and it sounds like they'd have a whole load more money anyway. Lewis Hamilton, Miami Heat players, they got more money than you, bro. So this is a ploy to catch attention, or it's just one big show, and he's one of the best actors, along with his brother, that I've ever seen.
This is my Russian friend from Moscow. No,
I'm Russian, but I'm not from Moscow.
Oh, which
I'm
part?
from Latvia.
Oh, you're Latvian. So
I'm Latvian that speaks Russian and doesn't understand any Latvian.
I went to Riga and a taxi tried to rob me.
Really?
Yeah, in Latvia. And I heard they're very crazy with Corona. Is that true? They have a lot of rules and masks and things up
Oh
there.
my gosh, that's crazy down there.
Yeah?
Yeah. Now they've had like, if you don't have a vaccine, you can't go to a supermarket.
Yeah.
You can go only to like a corner shop.
Lithuania's the same. Lithuania, Estonia, Latvia, they're all like that.
They're just going crazy now.
See, when you leave, everything falls apart. You need to go back and take control.
No, I'm not going back. No, whilst all this Corona stuff is going.
Go back and become the queen and just end it all. I'll help you.
They don't have a king there.
Come here, baby.
Enjoy your coffee.
Thank you.
This isn't the real world. Real world.
Oh, it's not the real world. I'm not gonna go to a casino, make a bunch of money, sit in a spa for Moose Latvian bitch, and fucking
Welcome to the real world, then.
It's not the real world. The real world's cold and hard.
Not my world.
You got scammed, dumbass. This is the fucking label.
Stupid.
You look like a geek.
There are people to disappoint though. Your lovely cousins who have let you come here and be a millionaire are upset with the way you're conducting yourself.
Because I have casts on.
Yes, you look like a geek.
Do I take them off?
No. And if you look like a geek, you must be a geek. And you're hanging around me looking like a geek. Embarrassing me in front of Rumfold. Because you're out of action, because you cut your pinkies. And two, because you look like a fucking geek with those gloves on your hands. I can't hang around with
We
you.
have to replace Luke until he
Take off
It's Romania.
the casts. You look like a geek. You're bringing shame on this family.
Today, he can recite pi to 200 decimals. That's nice, but you look like a geek. So who?
This is ridiculous. Boys, come on, man. This kid might revolutionize the world one day. Okay, fine, he looks like a geek, but these are the people that change our world. These are game changers. Like, you know, you two boys are not game changers. I don't know how they've signed up so many men onto their course. Like, they must have signed up a whole bunch of insecure men onto their course to think that these men that think they're going to become like these guys. Once they become like these guys, they might realize that that's not what makes you happy. You know, once you get to that point, you'll be like, these guys, I don't think there's much depth to them. You know, I think it's very surface level. Make money, bitches, cars. Yeah, baby, like, fuck everyone. War. That's what we do. We fight. That's not wholesomeness. Like, that's not a wholesome life. Like, you know, I've traveled and had a lot of fun and done quite a lot of shit that these guys have done. In terms of wealth, I mean, he mentioned a number. I'm not hugely far off those kind of figures, like, not hugely. And so, like, once you realize you've done some traveling and you've driven some fast cars, you've slept with some women, and you've been as aggressive as he has, and you've, you know, shown that you're the macho man with your shirt undone all the way, you realize that there's more to life than that. You know, you want some kind of impact, contribution, you want to help the world, and you want to assist people in their growth. And maybe these guys are doing that with their War Room and their Hustlers University, which I believe are the two courses that they sell through a subscription, or either they're making a hell of a lot of money and not offering much value. But loads of people have signed up to that stuff. So, damn, like, it's working. So I respect them as businessmen.
Who gives a fuck? Because you ain't gonna get laid. You're gonna go in the club, start reciting pi to a hoe?
To go to Spain.
Geeks. Dork. Geek. Geek.
And here he is, in a onesie, looking like a geek, bragging about the fact he has YouTube followers, because outside of YouTube, both of these men are nothing.
Look at the dork, the last guy who played Spider-Man. He looks like a geek. I know the easy answer is, Tate, give us money. But you know what? Even if I gave you money, you'd still be a geek. You'd just be a rich geek.
It's literally snowing. It's snowing. You can hear the snow. If they could feel this, it's cold. It's ice.
Shut the fuck up. There's no light without dark. There's no warm without fucking cold. Sometimes it's cold. That's how life works. If you ever experienced any fucking pain in your life, you'd understand that you sit here in the cold and you shiver and you think of, it doesn't matter, because soon I'll be warm again. Yes, we're fucking cold. Sorry, Luke. I'm sorry Luke's cold. Oh no, it was nice and warm in Chipotle when Luke was working in fucking Chipotle before he flew him across the Atlantic to live with his fucking millionaire cousins.
Bought him a Ferrari.
Bought you a Ferrari. 2 days in a fucking tent, you're crying your eyes out. You're not gonna fucking die. Stop crying. It's cold. We went fucking camping, it started snowing. What are the Lord of fucking Earth? You want me to go up to fucking heaven, fix the clouds? Fuck you. It's cold. So what? Won't be cold if we have a fucking straightener, you dickhead. Snow straightener? If you're so fucking cold, we'll go out to the fucking cold right now. I'll knock you out fucking cold, you cunt.
the hell?
Shut the fuck up.
Crazy.
I'm not even cold.
Cool. I think we've seen enough. Look, this is some hilarious stuff. I mean, I think my assessment, I've given you my assessments of what this guy's all about. It just slightly worries me that there's so many people that are listening to this kind of content now, and it could pollute you. You know, it really can pollute you to a point where you think that this is reality. Like, yeah, this is the way it works. I need to make money. I need to be aggressive. I need to just smash through. I need to buy the Ferrari. Look, yeah, you need to make money. Yeah, having a nice car is definitely helpful. Yeah, having beautiful women around you for sure. But listen, all these things, I agree, because to an extent, like I also chase the same things that this guy's talking about. I also chase the same sort of pleasure this guy's talking about because it's biological, right? Like, and it's evolutionary. Like, of course, I want this stuff. Like, I'm naturally attracted to beautiful women. I like fast cars. I want to be a success. Competition. Men are going to compete against each other. In we're animals ultimately. But we come a long way in this world. And I don't want to sit here and talk about wokeness and stuff, but like, you know, if you're going to live like this, you're going to be miserable, man. You're going to realize, like, I've just gone too over the top. I've been too aggressive. And ultimately, I just want to help people take a step back now, really. And also, the interesting thing that these guys have mentioned in other past videos is that, like, they've never taken drugs before. They've never seen life from a different perspective. They think you're completely weak and you're a loser if you ever take drugs. I would disagree with that. You know, there are different perspectives in life that you need to explore. You need to experience different aspects of life. The best way to live really is to experience all different facets of life, so that when you're dead, you'd be like, I lived it. I did everything I possibly could. I went to all these countries. I tried these drugs. I experienced these women. I helped different people. I built this foundation. I built schools in Africa. I did everything I needed to do. I experienced the world in all possible ways. And now I'm over and out. Rather than I drove these cars, I slept with all these bitches, I, you know, did all this stuff. I made the money. I was the man. I was the man. No one ever messed with me. No one ever messed with me. It's like, cool, bro. Like, we need to get past that. And as much as I'm sure he's helping, it must be mostly men that have joined. As you can see over here, Hustlers University. I'm not promoting it. I've got no affiliate links to Hustlers University. There's nothing to do with me. But as you can see there, Andrew Tate explains why you need to join Hustlers University. He's just trying to sign people up to make more money. Of course, these people are money hungry. You know, they want to make that cash. And this is a great marketing ploy. The way these guys are acting is a great marketing ploy. They are luring in insecure geeks, dorks, or whatever he calls them. He used it about 1,000 times in this video. They're trying to lure these guys into his network to pay him, and he's supposedly going to teach them how to make money. So hopefully it works, and hopefully he does teach them how to make money. But at the same time, the essence and the morals and the ethics of the way this guy goes about it, you know, you want to have high integrity as a man. You want to have proper business partners. You don't want to screw people over. You want to assist people. You want to build amazing businesses. And these geeks and dorks that he's talking about the whole time, like, you want to hire, these people are going to hire you, or you want to hire them to build the next generation of businesses. You know, the Zuckerbergs of this world and the Eben Spiegels, the billionaires, he's going to sit there and call these guys dorks, but Zuckerberg's going to have 10 bodyguards around him and be like, remove this Andrew Tate from the vicinity. He's calling me a dork and a geek. I've got 10 bodyguards. I've got much more money than you, buddy. And my jet will pick me up from outside, or my helicopter will pick me up from outside. Who's a G now? Oh, everyone can come to my mansion up in the LA hills, but you can't because you're calling me a geek and a dork. You know? So, like, you can't play that game. You need to be more aligned with the world, how it operates, you know, how we move in terms of business, how we move in terms of how we evolve technologically. Anyway, look, I hope you enjoyed this reaction video. I certainly found it super entertaining watching this stuff. I think this guy is absolutely hilarious, and I'll definitely watch his content for entertainment purposes. I don't necessarily think I'm going to watch them for educational purposes. I would like to get a peek into Hustlers University and this war room thing, just to see what he's teaching people. If I can learn anything from it that advances my life. Otherwise, I think that in really, to sum this up, I think that it was very aggressive. It was very over the top. I don't know if all of this stuff is necessarily an act or not. And I hope he's not doing damage to people. But ultimately, what I do hope is that he's helping a lot of men out, start businesses, make money, and get into the gym. And if he's doing that, if this inspires you to get in the gym and start getting big and bulky and strong, and to get, and you get out of your rut that you're sitting in, and because you're overweight and now you want to get ripped because you've seen Andrew Tate and now you want to buy a nice car because of him, great. Then he's doing a damn good job and he's a genius marketer. Anyway, stick around. I'm definitely going to be doing more of this stuff. This was hilarious. Definitely doing more Andrew Tate reactions. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Take care for next time.